Hi everybody, welcome back. This is back to the OTL DTM League. We are at Mugello and, well, I suppose we're off. I've not been doing as well lately in the wet. In previous weeks I've done okay in the wet and not so well in the dry, but this last week I've done pretty poorly in all conditions. But never mind. Boys at the front, Dandy Don as usual, showing us how it's done in his cosy. So Nissan Cosy and then a whole field of Audis. Well, not a whole field of Audis. Whoops. Let's have a little look further down the field if we do that. We still get to see the leader and then most of the middle pack as well. Some of the middle pack. Right, what have we got further back? In between Ginge and Blitz there for a little while. I had a number of accidents, mostly my own fault. Certainly in this race. All my mistakes were my own fault in this race. Or, let's put it another way, all my offs were my own fault in this race. Mistakes are always my own fault. Right then. Still got a close bunch of Audis at the front here. And Dano and Dandy and TC is still very close at the lead. A little bit of a gap back to Pod and Super. Dan's right up behind him, so Dan's Super and Pod in one group. NJ and I not far behind that little group at the moment. These boys having a little bit of a dice here. See if Ginger can put one on these boys here. Jamie Funk up there in the Mercedes. I'm not sure if he's a wild card or a new entry or sitting in for somebody else. Oops. I have to get out of the habit of pausing it in the middle of the replays, but there we are. Let's have a little look. 0.9 of a second there, so these boys are still close. There's a bit of a gap there, but not much. Wow, no, they're about equals really. A couple of car lengths in between each car. Not a lot. Pod's creeping up behind there, getting closer to CC's rear bumper. What's happening with me and Dan here? It's more like me and NJ. I'm not catching Dan, and Dan has pulled out some nice fresh air. And then there's the next group behind, monstering up on us too. Not done bad there. I was in 9th and now I'm in 5th, so I've crawled up a few positions, but I've got a funny feeling I've got a bit of an off coming any minute. See, I had reasonable hopes for this track because it's one that I quite like. I'm reasonably familiar with it. Anyway, some of the tracks on this calendar have been all the tracks I've raced before, but some of them are a bit new to me, whereas others I've raced on for years. This is a track I've raced on for a good while, not for years, but for at least a year. I've had 12 months, maybe 2 years on this track in different games, different simulators, so I'm fairly familiar with it. So I had quite high hopes, and at this point in the race I was hoping I could hold on to 5th and maybe even get my head down and start making up ground now I had some fresh air. I've got, like I say, a funny feeling I've got a big accident coming, and I don't think it's anyone's fault but mine. As far as I remember, I run wide, I think, in a quite a long second gear downhill corner. Just hanging on to me to see if it's happening this lap. See, if it was a 4-lap race, that would be okay. Fifth would have been a nice position for me. I'd have been very happy with it. I'm also aware that Super Ford is one fast driver in a capable car there. He's closed that gap. I had a bit of fresh air behind me and now he's right up my trump. And I think that's what forced my mistake really. I'm worrying too much about him in my corner, but not this lap. Because we're coming up to the final bend now and he's not through. Through that right hander back there, I'm pretty sure my spin happened. Half a second up front, so let's have a look at these guys. Yeah, that Sierra's fast on the straight. He's pulled out 3/10 in half of the final straight. The start-finish straight. CC, you can do it. This corner here is where I think I fucked up. So, see, I'm still defending my 5th position. Is it this corner? Yeah, there it is. No, maybe not. No, it's still there. Ah, is it this corner? Yeah, that's it, that's it. Run wide. Wrong gear. And I was thinking, okay, damage limitation. I can hold on to this, it's not the end of the world. But I think that induces some more pushery. I know that at some point I'm going to go off and let half the pack through. Yeah, Dandy's pulled out another half second. He's got a second and a bit clear now. But that's likely to come back through this next sequence of bends. Right then, where else have we got it down? There's a 3-second gap there, so there's a smaller gap between these two, Super and me. We've watched me and Super for quite a lot this race, so let's have a little look further down the grid. 13 and 13, NJ and Ginge having a bit of a battle. Not far behind Jamie, I think. That's Jamie's red Mercedes I can see up front there. That's Ginger through on NJ. Close again, that second's disappeared. Now let's have a look and see what happens over the straight. It was 0.1 of a second at the start of the straight. And 8/10 already. 9/10 at the braking point. About 7/10. Back up to 1/10 of a second, less than 1/10. Not going to make it round the outside, TC. Good job as well, Pod, staying right up there. That Sierra really is something else. Fair dues, if you can fucking handle it. It's a beast of a car. A wayward beast of a car. Right, what's happening further down? 5 seconds back to Dano. 3 seconds further down to Super, and another 3 seconds down to me. Blitz isn't far off my 6. Got Blitz and Ginger bearing down on me. farting noises and me shifting too early, over revving the engine. STP livery is quite smart, isn't it? Oh dear. Fair dues, fair dues. It's close though. Enough of that. 55, 57. There was some position changing there, wasn't there? Or did someone just have a... Yeah, that's what that was. Was NJ in the pits? Now, is he retired? Or is that just what it does in replays? For spare for a pit stop, because it doesn't show the pit animation, the pit crew animation. Looks like NJ's parked up. I'm still holding on to 6th. Halfway through the race. Still close for the top 3 as well. All 3 of them within 7/10. Almost half a second. Position's still the same, no. Fair dues, chaps. These aren't the most modern, amazing cars in the world, but this is proper racing. You know, battling like this, the whole 18 laps. That's crazy. Attention and stamina. That's why I end up, you know, battling like that in the middle of the pack, and 9 times out of 10. You know, the concentration can't last. I make a mistake somewhere and backwards in the gravel. Fair play to the guys who can keep going. Blitz having a move there on Ginge. And he's through. Ginge is having it back. Well done, Ginge. That's how it works. Whoa, wobbles. Holding it together though, fair dues. I have to admit, I think one of the issues I was having is front tyres. My front tyres were pretty fucking shoddy, and I wouldn't be surprised if Blitz is having the same issue. I don't know how the Audi's fared on tyres. Oh, there we go. And I have a funny feeling what happens to me at the end of this race is my front tyres get so bad. I think I've got enough time to pit and get out ahead of Bowser. But by the time I commit to actually doing that, Bowser's not that far behind me anymore. I'm going to have a few more mistakes here and think hitting's got to be better than making 2 fucking mistakes a lap. You know, 2 big offs a lap. You know, I'll sacrifice 20 seconds to a pit stop and have some decent tyres, but it didn't pay off. It really didn't pay off. Like I say, Bowser was only about 10-15 seconds behind me by the time I went for the pit stop. Looks like I'm trying to put one on Blitz there. I'm sort of ahead of Blitz, but not enough. Only for a nanosecond in the braking zone. Wayward on entry there. A lot of weaving myself, just like upsetting the car's balance before I turn into the apex. The line wasn't bad, but it was a bit sudden and swoopy. Wiggle there as well as I'm trying to get on the power out the corner. Then. Still epically close up there. Not a bad gap between these two. Super still has a chance. Ginger and Blitz are in the same second. I'm still just on their tail. That's a very blue flag. Well done. I suppose when you got it, you got it. Naughty Nick is 6 feet under, it would seem. NJ's having an ice cream. Jamie's chasing the race leaders. Still in a battle for a position of sorts. A battle for 6. Oh, dearie me. Sorry chaps, I should be yawning into the microphone. Right then. Super and Dano have got 2 seconds, but well, it says 2 seconds, but it doesn't look like 6.9, 8.1. It's really 1.1 seconds between them. 1.2. It's still quite close. And the top 3 are still epically close. Let's go here. Oh, I hate this interface. What lap are we on? 30. If this was the final lap, I would have stayed here to the end, but there's a ways to go yet. These tyres appear to have fallen off a cliff. That was Ginger bouncing off his rev limiter there. It might have been Ginger making those farting noises all along, not me. I know I was also bouncing off the rev limiter on down changes. It might have been Ginger in those instances that I noticed earlier. Doing. TC's doing well. He's pulled out a little bit of a gap now. Well done, TC. Quite how you manage him on them tyres. Your front tyres must be shoddy as fuck. Maybe I should ask you. Maybe I will ask you for some tips. Still quite close between these top three. Actually, yeah, TC's pulled out two seconds clear, which is good. And then another second between Dandy and Pod. Battle for fourth is actually only two cars, because that red Mercedes there is actually Jamie, who's down in 10th and a lap down. So there's two cars here battling for fourth. Blitz and Ginge battling for sixth. My own now. Yeah, I don't think I've retired. Maybe I have retired now. Yeah, I think I have retired. Although Bowser hasn't passed me yet, I think he's about to. I didn't think I thought Bowser passed me while I was getting tyres. But I might be wrong about that. Doesn't look like I'm coming out again though. There we go, Bowser's had me. And I'm staying put. That's not how I remember the race. That's how the brain works, I suppose. I remember Bowser passing me while I got tyres, and then I quit afterwards. Or retired afterwards. I seem to remember coming out on fresh tyres and giving them a go for a while. Trying to catch Bowser. No, Jamie's also having an off. Yeah, that sucks. That happens to me all the time, Jamie. You think you're back on track and then you're not. Oh well, I'm glad it's not the only one. I'm not the only one that suffers with it. Now, at 2 minutes odd a lap, TC's lapped everyone up to 70. He hasn't lapped Blitz, but he's lapped everyone, including me, Jamie and Bowser. Battle for 6th is still close. I think this is going to be the last fight on track, to be honest, because there's a bit of a gap here, and there's a bit more of a gap here, and a lot more of a gap there. Well, well, and I've cursed things, haven't I? Just as I was saying, they might be close enough to have a fight. Super spins. There's Ginge. That's a pity, Super. Oh, Dano's closed up on... Dandy's closed up on TC again. What happened, TC? We missed a spin. That's unfortunate. Right, that's Jamie, that's TC over the line. There's Dandy and Pod. Dano takes 4th. There may be some adjustments to these positions on the final results. Sadly battered Super, but at least you got to the end in a respectable enough position. I would have been well happy with 5th. I'm sure it's not quite what you're accustomed to, but it's still not a bad result. Fifth would have been a great result for me. Like I said a few videos back, anything above seventh or higher I'm happy with. Seventh appears to be roughly where I sit in the field of things, and not just in this championship. Most of these lobbies and various games have 16 players, and I tend to be bang in the middle of the field, around 7th or 8th. I guess I'm just a very average driver, but I can deal with that. I would like to slowly bring myself above average and maybe get a few 6th and 5ths. And that's happened. These guys aren't still racing, are they? They are. I'm a plonker. I was calling people over the line on lap 18, but they were just starting lap 18. So this is our finish. There goes TC over the line in first. Let's have a little skip back to second and see there's some close racing going on here. That's a close battle. Oh, Wiggles almost crashed into the pit lane. Wow, that's a close finish. Close battle for second there at the end. Well done, chaps. Let's go back a little further. Oh, unfortunately 6th in the end after me nattering all that much about you finishing in 5th. To rub salt into the wound, eh? But it's just a battle, not the war. There we are. Well done, chaps, especially TC. Well done. Good race. You must have God knows how you did it, because like I say, you must have some very delicate steering inputs to keep them front tyres, and very delicate braking. Well, there we are. That was the DTM cars. There will be a Group C race up next. I need to review and record that. Another one that was pretty terrible for me. And later this evening I've got another Mitsubishi race to attend. So here we go. Wish me luck, and see you guys on the track or in the next video. Take care, folks.